I make a short video on this. This has gotten me sidetracked last few nights. It's basically a machine that would be my third CNC machine that I started building, and it had been I had had the overall structure built for, I don't know, I think it was 3-4 years ago. But I was working on my car that you see here, which I worked on a bunch of stuff on it, and I felt that I needed a break from it because I was correcting a lot of stuff that I wasn't happy with for 20 plus years. You know, when you build it when you're young, you change things along the way and you get a lot smarter. So this machine, the overall, I don't even know why or how I started this machine. I think how it started was I got the overall structure meaning I had I think I bought the gantry, or however you want to, the gantry, whatever, how you want to, I think it's gantry, and then the linear bearings, and then I had the ball screws along with it. On that overall deal, I changed some stuff up there. I want to put a gusset in there. I don't think it's necessary. I don't see any errors that, as far as the machine performance, that I see that I need that, but in my head I want to do it, so that way it's done. And like I said, I got these linear bearings and then these ball screws along with it as well. It's been quite a few years ago that I got that, and then I had these motors, the stepper motors. Stepper motor is kind of a dumb motor in the sense that it doesn't have a feedback as far as encoders are concerned, as far as like a servo. But if you tune them correctly, you can get pretty good, feeds and speeds out of them. But you just have to pay attention to how you have them tuned. This looks kind of crappy, but it's all workable now. And last night produced a ton of freaking sawdust. I drilled dowel pins and then put in my square guides, I guess you could call it. Then I basically surfaced, that's a 3/4 bit, 2 flute carbide, just a router bit, and I just did a pocket basically to kind of surface the whole Z profile to the spindle. That way, when your workpiece is on there, it's depending on however big it is, it's going to be consistent within this bigger work pattern. And what I'm going to do with this, as long as it's within 5 thousandths, it's not really a big deal. But I'm just adding a lot of things to it. One feature that I thought was really neat that I'll be able to do with this machine is have a trap door, I guess you could call it, and then I have a scissor jack down there with a 1/2-inch piece of steel that's guided along with that. Then I can actually put a cylinder head, or whatever it is. I mean, it could be anywhere from, it could be 3 foot tall, and then have this overall pattern here as far as cutout and being that size. But that was the goal, was this will be basically a, you won't know that's there unless I show somebody, which is highly unlikely. But I'm gonna go ahead and, this is just a mock-up cylinder head, but then when it's in here, if you can imagine, that'll be leveled out via different either stops or adjustments. And then I can do anywhere from, not on cast iron of course, depending on, it'd have to be slow, but a guy could actually surface that area. But the overall goal was to be able to, if I did any kind of cylinder heads, is to be able to mark your territory and then basically mill your logo on there. So that in itself I think is going to be pretty neat. I have a lot of I have a lot of projects that I want to do on this machine, but it's kind of nice to have, as you can see, the light colored. Sucks. I lost some work area back there for other reasons that really don't matter. I know now what I should have done, but it is what I got, and that it is what it is, you know. So the work area, the light areas that you see, that's the work area. So, but I think anything that I do, I think that's going to be plenty sufficient. So that in itself, I think, is going to be nice because you know, this is, like I said, this is my third CNC machine that I built. Then I went back to, I kind of lost touch of the subject there, but like these motors, I had NEMA 23s on there, which a NEMA 23 is basically what I have on the Z spindle right now. If you can look there, that's a pretty powerful motor for its platform size. But I have NEMA 34s on the X, and then I have dual NEMA 34s on the Y as well. The Y is has two drivers, blah blah blah. I'm not going to go into any of that because it really don't matter. But yeah, pretty excited about having this machine ready and done, and I've got a lot of things that I've added to it. Can't see much, but like I said, it's just nice to be able to have it, you know, moving. Like I said, last night I basically I trued up the spoil board, as they call it, which is the surface that you put any kind of work thing on, and then I'm gonna redo this just a little bit nicer. Then I'll have it'll be a proprietary piece that'll just kind of, once this isn't because you're not going to do that all the time, so you drop that with the scissor jack, you know, out of the work area, and then I'll have a proprietary piece that goes in there, and then you won't even know it's there in a sense. You'll just see a cutout, but you won't know a reason why. But so yeah, kind of excited about that. I think that's my biggest problem this year. That looks kind of like hackery, but I'm gonna do some plate aluminum and cover up and make some plates and do some more painting, and I think it'll look pretty nice. But that's kind of been my biggest obstacle this year is, I have a few carburetors that I need done, but the clientele or the work isn't as strong as it has been in the last probably 4 years. But that in itself has allowed me to kind of appreciate, some of my projects and things of that nature. So that's kind of been my biggest setback and priority lately is, it's kind of a bittersweet thing because I'm allowed to basically work on my own stuff, Got that thing painted after 3 years. It's not where I want it to be, but it's pretty nice for what it is. And I've got a ton of man hours in that thing, so that I've got a couple other projects back in the back shop that I'm doing as well. Of course, I was gonna put fuel injection on this ride here, and then I got about 7/8 done, and then I just want to take a break because it's burnt out on it. That seems to be the case with me. So you get it almost done, and then Max is just tired of working on it. Let's go to something else. So I'm going to try to shake that, but I also want to get back into building some really nice stuff for customers. So, yeah, my world is always kind of filled with, lots of, once upon a time, it looks like, well, what are you going to do with that? But I usually have a plan or an outlook on what I'm going to do with certain things. So, like I said, the video was kind of focused on this machine, and I have some doors I got to build for it. I want to paint the overall, add a couple plug and play items as well. yeah, this was just a big feat for me. And then I have a fourth machine that I'm gonna end up building later on, CNC machine, but CNC mill, but that'll be later on down the line. But kind of want to get caught up on my own endeavors, and as much as you like working on customer stuff, once you're out here all the time, and it's just my stuff just kind of just takes a back seat all the time, and I think that I'm really happy with. I've got to get. I ran that one already. Yeah, but like I said, I'm getting off track. I just need to get back to getting my own stuff done, and enjoying the space, I guess. Because you don't build this kind of stuff I mean, yeah, it's for fun, but it's like a life goal. So when somebody knocks it and thinks it's funny or it's easy or I got here overnight, that kind of hits home, and I don't really appreciate it. And yeah, my stuff takes a long time, but you know what? I put a lot of effort into it. So yeah, thanks, Suze, for putting up with me being out here all the damn time. But yeah, this is all I know, and I think she knew that's who she married. So love you, Suze. Later.